everybody, I'm Chris Beatty from Growertalks magazine with
Bill Calkins with Tech on Demand.
And we are at PanAmerican Seed here in Ventura, actually Santa Paula, California. I'll figure out where I am eventually. Santa Paula, California, on a beautiful June day covering 2021 California Summer Trials. Right now we're going to look at some PanAmerican Seed hand-picked vegetables. You like tomatoes, don't you, Bill?
Love tomatoes.
You know how I know you like tomatoes? Because you were out here eating half the tomato. For once, I'm not the one eating all the crops out here. But this one that you're holding, that beautiful egg-shaped tomato, is called Bellatrix. Yeah. This is a Roma tomato, and it's a determinate type, meaning you're going to get a whole lot of tomatoes ripening very quickly to make your sauce. It's got some good grower attributes, Bill.
It does. A lot of Pan Americans breeding on vegetables is going toward disease resistance, and Bellatrix is resistant to late blight and fusarium. And an interesting tidbit is that Pan American's tomato names, the celestial names, mean that they're resistant to late blight, and then they have names after gods and goddesses that are much more for leaf mold and other issues that might happen in tunnel production.
The only trick is you got to know, is Bellatrix a god or goddess, or is it a celestial name?
Well, this is a celestial name, Chris. We're going to learn that.
So you're going to have to study up on those things. But yes, a celestial name, such as Bellatrix, means resistance to late blight. And we'll show you some of the other stuff in a second here. Next new variety we're going to look at is a grape type tomato called Marzito, and they're calling this one a multi-purpose tomato. Good looking fruit there that you could eat just out of hand or in salads, or you could even whip it together, chop it up and put it into a sauce. And this is a indeterminate type, as you can tell by its height and the fact that it's already got ripe tomatoes down below and just lots and lots of blossoms as we come up. So that's Marzito. What's next on the list, Bill?
Well, we have Loki, which is a god name, so we know that Loki is going to be resistant to leaf mold, which apparently is a problem for all of you high tunnel growers that do tend to battle leaf mold.
Yeah,
so
any place with like high humidity, so probably right. Florida growers, tunnel growers, etc. You want to look for a variety like this. Another indeterminate one, again, you can tell from the height of this. My gosh, that's a 6-foot tomato making lots of fruit. And a little known fact, Bill Calkins had a cat named
I had a cat named Loki.
That's right, so he knows all about that. Lastly, this one's interesting. This one is called Dark Star, and I think we would give that a celestial name categorization,
Correct.
Which means?
Late blight resistant.
Right, and this is interesting. Now, can we get in there and show that fruit? This is actually an F1, but it's an heirloom type purple beefsteak. And you can see that rich color. I assume it's going to finish purple. It's got the color and the taste of an heirloom, but the F1 vigor and the disease resistance of a hybrid. So that's a nice crossover. That's Dark Star tomato. Now, you like peppers?
I love peppers.
I got some peppers for you.
All righty.
You say you like peppers, Bill?
Oh, and I like them best when they are seedless.
You're kidding me.
I am serious.
Well, you are in luck because these peppers are seedless. These are the Peppy peppers, P-E-P-P-I, and we've got several new ones. Now, the first one we're going to look at, Jen's looking at it, it says 2021 on it, which means it was last year's introduction, one of those Zoom introductions. It's a grilling or roasting type red pepper, a seedless one. They've got a bigger version of it for this year called Peppy Cornissimo, and that is just a big red pepper, and I could pop that open for you and show that there's no seeds in there, but I'm not going to. And then right next door here, Bill,
is Peppy Yellow, which brings that same attribute, but in the yellow color.
Wait a minute, what if okay, I'm gonna do it.
Break it open, let's see.
Oh, excuse me, look at that. Not a seed to be found. And as far as the flavor goes, fantastic. Here, that's for you later.
I'll eat this.
All right, so we've got a yellow and a red. And then lastly, another older introduction is Candy Cane Red, which is a striped tomato, but when it ripens, it basically gets all red. they've introduced a new one called Candy Cane Chocolate Cherry. Plants back here, variegated plant. The fruit starts out striped like this, very pretty. Colors up, stays pretty and striped. And look, as the fruit matures, look at that, it's still striped, it's beautiful. It's a candy cane of chocolate and cherry, but it's actually a pepper. It doesn't actually taste like a chocolate cherry candy cane. It's the only downside to this plant right there. So that's candy cane chocolate cherry pepper. Last thing we need for our salad, basil.
Basil. And Pan Am's got it.
Basil, Bill.
They've got 7 of them.
They do. From the dark red over here to this more traditional type, which you see are starting to go into flower a bit, to the really modern breeding here, which aren't blooming yet, to the newest for 2022, which is a Thai type of basil. This is Thai Towers. And well, it's Thai Towers because it's gonna be tall. I think it's gonna grow up somewhere in about here or so, and should be a really nice complement to the Evergreen Emerald Towers, which is right next to it. So 7 basil, is that enough for you, Bill?
It is, and I really like Thai basil. The licorice flavor is fantastic. This will be a good plant in an herb program.
All right, and there it is, all the hand-picked vegetables from PanAmerican Seed here at the 2021 California Summer Trials.